Good evening and welcome to the Rev Game of the Week. I'm Jeff Porsche, and we're glad you joined us tonight. We are in Gonzales at the Spartan Gym on the campus of East Ascension High School for tonight's District 5-5A boys basketball game between the visiting Dutchtown Griffins and the EA Spartans. When we come back from the break, I'll be joined by the coach, David Swacker, and we'll talk about the coaches, the starting lineups, and we'll have the opening tip. All that coming your way in just a moment. You are watching the Rev Game of the Week.
Time doesn't stop, and the world keeps spinning. Community, culture, and communications, the powerful circle that connects us together. We're creating the next evolution, a network built for every possibility, moving faster than ever before, streaming us forward into the future. And the revolution is closer than you think. RTC, ETEL, and Vision are now Rev. New name, same company.
Daily routines change, but the land stays the same. There's ground to cover, a herd to feed, and you still have to make it back in time to get a clean start on tomorrow. So run with us on a John Deere Gator, because being linked to the land means the work never stops. Nothing runs like a deer.
At Ascension Equipment, save more today and mow tomorrow.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
The A-Team at Eustis Mortgage, here to serve all your home lending needs. Our company is a Louisiana-based family-owned mortgage company. Our mission is to provide custom-tailored mortgage solutions while educating our clients and providing the highest level of customer service during the transaction. Whether you're buying a home or looking to refinance, we would love to be of assistance to you. The A-Team at Eustis Mortgage is a proud supporter of Ascension Parish Athletics.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
This is a walk-on athlete. They push harder and put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
Welcome back to the Rev Game of the Week, and hope you're enjoying our entrance music tonight. I'm Jeff Porsche with David Swacker, and you see the matchup tonight here at Spartan Gym, and it's Dutchtown 14-14 on the season, 0-2 in district play, taking on the East Ascension Spartans. They're 15-13 and 2-0 unbeaten in district so far, and we're going to get started with the introduction of the coaches and some other things here. Swack, as it's hard to hear out here with the music playing and the teams getting ready to hit the court for their warm-ups. But let's look at the coaches and some other things.
First of all, Jeff, I hope we had a camera on the moves that you were making to the music.
Yeah.
And it was very interesting. As you see the Spartans coming out in some striped breeches for their warm-up pants.
Very stylish. As we look at the head coaches, before we do that, and there you see the breeches, as Schwack likes to call them. For the head coaches tonight, Schwack, you got a big contrast. I guess tonight you have the matchup between the veteran and the rookie.
Yeah, and the rookie's not really a rookie, just a rookie here at East Ascension, and has had to change a lot of attitudes and knowledge and trying to get all the things that he wants to do. And I think it's gradually coming on for him and the East Ascension kids. Pat Hill's 21st year at Dutchtown. He's the only basketball coach that they've had at Dutchtown. So that could be a trivia question. So how long has Dutchtown been open for?
About 20 years.
Or 21.
21, yeah, that's right.
And Troy Green, his first year, you see that 15-13 record, but he's been a head coach in a few other schools and is doing an outstanding job, especially if you look at it right now, he's basically tied for first in district.
Right, we'll look at the district standings in just a moment, but let's go through what we have here right now. This is the second matchup between East Ascension and Dutchtown. They played a month ago, almost to the date, in a non-district matchup. Tonight's the district matchup. The non-district matchup, EA won that game 45-42.
And that was at Dutchtown. And as you said, that was a non-district game, but a very important game in power points. Because both teams are having about marginal years, with Dutchtown, about 500, and East Ascension right in that same area right there. So the power rating points are very important for both of these teams.
Absolutely, and you saw the games tonight as well, and I'll bring that up right now. Our game of the week, Dutchtown at EA, and then you have Denham Springs at Walker. That's going to be a big matchup right there.
I would love, and I would assume the Walker girls and Denham Springs will be playing on the other end of that.
Possibly.
And so that's the two leaders in 5A basketball, girls and boys, is Denham Springs and Walker. And I would assume over the years a nice little rivalry going there.
And over at Sandoval, they're going on the road tonight to Live Oak out in Watson for their boys district matchup against the Eagles. And so you see the seniors right there. We're going to go and look at the starting lineup in a few minutes. We still got about 7.5 minutes to the opening tip, so we got some time. Why don't we talk about the district as it is sorting out right now. Look at the boys' district records in the 5A, and this is where the difference comes in, and you alluded to it, Coach. You have Dutchtown that's at 500. EA is just barely over 500, but the difference is district play. East Ascension's playing for a 3-0 unbeaten record in district, and they have a big win over Denham Springs. Dutchtown's 0-2 in district, and they need a win tonight to move up in the power rankings. Denham Springs had the loss against East Ascension a couple of nights ago, as they have fallen a bit in the power ratings. We'll look at that later as well. But East Ascension has shot up the rankings with that big win, and they are potentially flirting with a top 16 seed, maybe a home game. They still have a ways to go there, but they've moved up a lot, Coach.
And as you see, Nolan is getting some power points of his own, filming the EA student section there, having a good time with the cheers.
And we can also mention, since we have it up, the girls are playing their final district game tonight, and there's some important games in district play on the girls' side, and one that we're paying very close attention to is the East Ascension Dutchtown girls game, and that game is being played at Dutchtown right now, and that game is in the fourth quarter. It's been Dutchtown in the lead all night. At last check at the end of the third quarter, Dutchtown was leading East Ascension by 13, and that's a big deal because East Ascension is in the high 20s, I believe, and so they need to stay in that top 32 to make it into the playoffs. Dutchtown potentially with a win could get into the top 16 and get a home game in the first round. Right now they're at 17, but at last check the 16 seed Sulphur was losing, so they could potentially flip-flop. There could be a lot of things happening. So Dutchtown with a win here tonight, and they're winning right now, could get a home game on the girls' side.
Well, you know, basically what you have going on right now is a chess game. Everybody's watching who is ranked in the top 16 or the top 32, and because everybody's playing district games right now, if you should have an upset or something like this, it could really change, you know, some seeding for, you know, either the top 16 or the top 32. So that's what's going to be interesting to see what happens. And again, just like in football, you're going to have a select and a non-select going to take place. And when you find out that, they'll go in different directions.
So you see the teams meeting at center court, and Dutchtown, as you can see, are going to be wearing the black jerseys tonight, black uniforms. And then on the East Ascension side, they're going to be wearing the home whites. And it just occurred to me, the pinstripes reminds me of the Indiana Hoosiers when they go out on the court for their men's basketball program. They wear those red and white pinstripe pants. So that's probably where they got the idea from, Coach.
Well, I think maybe they got it from our buddy Lyle, because I think he used to wear his referee outfit like that, but he got confused one night.
Well,
and went with the solid shirt and the striped pants.
Well, it looks good no matter what the circumstances. So we are about 3.5 minutes from the opening tip. Let's go through the starting lineups for tonight, and we're going to start by looking at the visitors, Dutchtown, their starting lineup. We covered them last week. They lost at home to Santa Ma, and there's one change in the starters, as tonight Caleb Hill's going to sit and come off the bench, and he's been replaced by number 11, Dayton Cruel. The rest of the starting lineup, Tyson Norris, number 2, Matthew Thomas, number 5, Gary Dukes, number 20, Lathan Webster, number 21. And we saw them last week. What do you see from them offensively and defensively?
Well, it's usually man-to-man. I'm not real certain if Coach Hill's going to be able to do the man-to-man thing, because if you just look across on that other side, it looks like a college team almost, height-wise. And, you know, we talked a little bit about the pants, or the breeches as I refer to it, and it's amazing. I bet you have a few double X and triple X's out there. Some big kids on the East Ascension side, and Coach Hill, as you see these kids warming up right here, his team, they're going to have to be very consistent offensively and defensively.
And now for East Ascension, and you have the Irvins, number 1, Tanner Irvin, number 10, Talakis Irvin, number 24, Darren Irvin, and then number 3, Nadarius Walker, and number 23, the big man, LeBron Napoleon. He's 6'9", and I'm sure that he's getting the start tonight, Coach, to take advantage of Dutchtown's lack of size.
Well, you know, when you hear that name Napoleon, you usually don't think of 6'9", but no. That's what it is, and it's going to be interesting to see just exactly how he handles himself, you know, because he's just a youngster, 10th grader, against the Dutchtown kids, which I know when that ball goes inside, there's going to be 2 or 3 people around LeBron.
And you see Dutchtown right there getting ready. They lost last week against Santa Ma, but one observation that I'm going to make is that they played that game without Dayton Cruel, and Cruel is one of their starters. And so he's going to see the court tonight, and that gives him a chance to bring Hill off the bench. We're going to go to the PA and get the introduction of the starting lineups as Pops. Dirk Snyder is going to do that.
Spartan. At this time, please rise for the national anthem, which will be performed by Alicia Hill. And now starting lineup, first for the visiting Dutchtown Griffins, a 5'11" sophomore, number 5, Matt Thomas. A 5'11" junior, number 2, Tyson Burrow. A 5'10" senior, number 11, Dayton Kuhl. A 5'10" junior, number 20, Gary Deuce. And a 6'1" senior, number 21, Nathan Webster. And now, the starting lineup for your EA Spartans with a district record of 2-0. A 6'3" senior, number 1, Tanner Irvin. A 5'10" senior, number 3, Darius Walker. A 6'4" junior, number 10, Talikis Irvin. A 6'2" senior, number 24, Darren Irvin. And a 6'9" sophomore, number 23, LeBron Napoleon. The Spartan led by head coach Troy Green.
And we're back and ready for the opening tip as Pops Dirk Snyder handles the public address. And appropriate that he does it as he's been faculty at Dutchtown and now currently faculty at East Ascension. I'll forgive him for the change, but a real good guy and does a good job. So
Working his way up on the ladder.
Yeah. No, he's got a really good position at EA, and he's done a lot to promote that school and get school spirit, and that's what he did at Dutchtown, and that's what he's really good at. And,
well, Jeff, look,
yeah.
you could pick a school.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're all outstanding in this parish. And sad to say that we're going to be losing our superintendent
right
at this summertime.
And somehow Dutchtown has control after the tip. As you see the mismatch, 6'9" against 6'1". And it's possession cruel.
And they're man-to-man.
Thomas shoots 3 and makes it. And it's a 3-0 lead for the Griffins.
I'm going to be interested to see just exactly how Coach Green handles a man-to-man defense. This is a zone. some type of 2-3 maybe.
Kicks it out to Talikas Irvin, and it's long rebound fight, and it goes off. Now they're going to say,
well, I think both kids had a little touch on it, and the referee doing the thing. It goes to the arrow. East Ascension's ball.
And so Talikas gets it, and Walker now controls at the top of the key.
2-3 zone there.
This is Tanner Irvin to Walker. Walker drives. Now baseline pass to Napoleon, shoots, and he'll go to the line. And did they get the man from behind? Yes, they do. So the foul's going to be called on Matthew Thomas, number 5.
You know, that might be the magic thing tonight. You know, what LeBron how is he going to be involved in the offense? Most important thing is he going to be involved in the free throw shooting all night long, which he was right there and successfully there.
So he makes the first free throw. It's 3-1. He'll get one more. 1 minute in, and it's 3-2. Dutchtown with the lead. So nice touch from the big man. And EA's got a couple of big men that we'll probably see here tonight. Him and the freshman, possibly Martinez.
Yeah, and East Ascension man-to-man, and it's tight as can be.
And a shot from the free throw line, short, miss by Thomas, and EA's going to run. This is Tanner Irvin, and it's stripped and taken by the Griffins.
It's nice steal there.
Tyson Norris drives into the lane, and some knees collide, and looks like they're going to call the foul on Tanner Irvin, number 1.
And Tyson Norris goes to the, well, he doesn't go to the line. No, he was driving, not an act of shooting.
So trying to throw it in, and Matthew Thomas will not get it in the 5-second call.
So, you know, if it was a zone right there, the throw-in would be fairly simple. East Ascension gets up man-to-man, then you get somebody on that throw-in ball, and played some very good defense right there to get that 5-second count.
And now East Ascension on offense. Talikas Irvin to Tanner Irvin. Kicks it back, and a 3. Good, and that's Talikas. And EA takes their first lead 2 minutes in.
Jeff, if you get the ball in the middle and you don't have a shot, somebody's going to be open from the outside. And the big thing about that, you got to make them.
Norris for Dutchtown. Goes inside, kicks it out. Thomas loses it. And it's a turnover. And this man defense for East Ascension, they like to put a lot of pressure on you. And this team, when their man defense is really good, they make a lot of runs on offense, Coach. A lot from transition points.
Yeah, it's a fast break offense. There's no doubt about that. But they do have a half-court offense and a nice pitch inside.
Darren Irvin scores.
Irvin, a nice job. Basically was out of position to go to the right side of the goal and use the goal as protection to shoot a nice little easy layup to make it 7-3.
So a touchdown to a field goal, and Cruel has it for the Griffins. Thomas stops back to Cruel. And look at his defense. Look at Talikas Irvin just smothering
And then in the middle, you got big Napoleon that's going to shut it down. If I was Napoleon, I wouldn't go out there too far. They need your help under the goal, or somebody should get off.
So they tried to set the pick, but the shot blocked from Cruel. Fight for the ball, and it's taken by Dukes. And Matthew Thomas goes inside, kicks it to Dukes. He's got an open 3, no good.
Nice job with the rebound.
No whistle, shot no good, rebound, East Ascension.
Boy, Webster right there with nice offensive board.
And Walker no good, Napoleon puts it back. And it's 9-3.
Napoleon does an outstanding job getting that offensive board. It doesn't dribble the ball, doesn't bring it down below his shoulders, and throws it right back up there for an easy 2-point layup.
So this is Cruel. Now to Norris. Nice bounce pass and points for
Beautiful
Dutchtown.
job offensively.
So
bounce pass is the way you beat the tall guys.
Lathan Webster down low with the layup, and it's 9-5. Stops a 9-0 run. And now Talikas to Walker. Back to Talikas Irvin, 3. And it's no good. And Dutchtown gets the rebound. And nobody's looking for the pass, and it's taken by East Ascension. Talikas drives and scores.
I'm going to tell you what, Talikas took his body and made it look like a pretzel right there. Looked like he was going over the top of the rim and came back on the left side for the 2-point layup.
Trying to avoid the charge and the defenders as well. Did a good job. 11-5 and stripped.
Well, he looked like he got fouled on that drive right there.
Potentially. And Thomas does get fouled. And that may be on the floor. Let's see. Are they gonna call it a shooting foul or a
Well, this
foul
referee's asking what we're going to do.
I think it's on the floor. And Caleb Hill is checking in, and Cruel is out.
That was Coach Hill. You saw him on the sidelines. A nice three-pointer from the outside.
And it's good, and Matthew Thomas has 2 threes, and it's 11-8.
Well, nice little inbounds play by Dutchtown.
Now the drive, and it's stripped. And that was Franklin coming off the bench for Napoleon. So Dwayne Franklin in for East Ascension. Half-court offense. Norris stops his dribble, is in trouble. May have to call a timeout. We're about to get a 5-second call, and they do. That's the second time we've seen a 5-second call. One on the inbounds pass.
You are stuck in that corner, and somebody's got to almost go to the ball in order to get that thing out of that corner spot.
You see Trenton Palmer checking in. He's going to replace Tanner Irvin. Also have Chad Clark checking in.
Well, you know, I like what Coach is doing right here. Sitting here, Coach Troy Green, playing a few folks here in this first quarter.
And a charge. And
player control foul.
And now you got the answer for Dutchtown, as you must have heard you talking about bringing in some players as Cruel checks back in, and then Preston Neighbors, number 10, is back in for the Griffins.
And Coach Hill does the same thing, subbing in 3 players.
So lots of new players.
A little smaller lineup for both teams.
And it's lost, and it goes out off of the hands of Gary Dukes. We're 6 minutes in. It's 11-8, East Ascension. So we're waiting for the officials, and we are ready. And so Palmer will.
I'm going to be interested to see what happens here, Jeff, the last couple of minutes with basically 2 new lineups here.
Here's Talikas, and he's going to slam, but it's off the back of the rim, so he misses on the slam dunk, and then it looks like Matthew Thomas is going to commit a foul. I think that's his second. He's going to have to go to the bench. So Gary Dukes had a seat. That was short-lived. He's back in the game.
And Talikas was up there. Just got to bring it on through there, big man.
And now this is Nadarius Walker.
Nadarius turnover on the dribble.
So one thing that we were looking for at the beginning of the season that was going to be kind of interesting, Deron McZeal was starting for Dutchtown last season. He's on the East Ascension side now, but he's had an injury, and so he hasn't played much this season. But he may come back later on in the season for East Ascension. As Hill nearly travels. Cruel drives, baseline, stops, shoots, scores. It's 11-10.
Nice control basketball right there by number 11, Dayton Prewell.
And so there's a shot from Clark, no good. Rebound off of Dukes' foot, tries to save it, and Clark gets it back.
Dukes, nice hustle defensively to get that ball back.
Walker long, and a rebound. Clark puts it back. Inside of a minute, it's 13-10, East Ascension. Great crowd here tonight, Coach. big numbers here, as you would expect for
East
for a
Ascension
matchup
has
in
brought
district.
in their student section.
Dutchtown has a lot of fans here as well. 30 seconds left to go. Norris. 1 week left to go in this district season for the boys. The girls finished tonight as kind of out of control and missed by Dukes. And Walker stripped by Neighbors, but he gets it back, puts it up, scores. 15-10.
And I believe if he would have shot that right-handed, it would have been blocked.
And maybe another chance, 2 seconds, nice bounce pass and points as Palmer scores to end the quarter.
You couldn't ask for a better play right there.
It's 17-10, and we're going to take a break. East Ascension with the lead. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Ascension Equipment, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, Gaucher and Amadei, Our Lady of the Lake Health, Piku Builder Supplies, Ross Downing Chevrolet, Walk-Ons, Austin Fire Systems, Eustis Mortgage, SKR Construction, for their support of our EA Sports Medicine program.
We're back as the second quarter getting ready to begin, and you see the strip at the end of the first quarter on the replay right there, and a nice pass for the layup, and we begin the second quarter with Dutchtown having possession. Want to mention on the girls' side, Dutchtown has beaten East Ascension 54-46. So right now, Coach Delry and his girls still in contention for a possible home game in the 16 seed in the first round. Cruel shoots, he's short. Rebound Clark, and they're running. East Ascension stripped by Cruel. Now Norris running, looking for somebody to get it to Dukes. Dukes, as she goes off balance again, loses it, gets the board, and that's a slap. You heard that one.
Well, that's not going to be allowed.
Yeah.
In basketball.
Dwayne Franklin.
The swing of that arm, and when you miss the basketball, Dukes, I tell you what, outstanding job by Dukes right here. Going to the ground right there. The ball came free. He dove to get it up to get another shot off.
So Gary Dukes misses the first. All-district running back for the Dutchtown Griffins and a starter on the basketball team. Second shot in, the 17-11. And East Ascension has it. And the Darius Walker, I believe he's gone the distance so far for the Spartans. And there's a long three. Good.
I might say that's a little bit too long, but evidently I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, Trenton Palmer disagrees with you because he just got three. It's 20-11. Hill for the Griffins stops his dribble, and he's stripped by Palmer, and they're running. Franklin misses. Put back no good, but I think we're going to get goaltending.
And basically, when that ball is above the cylinder of the rim, it cannot be touched by the offensive team. It's offensive goaltending. Defensive team, those 2 points or 3 points, whatever it is on the shot, will count. And they call that offensive goaltending.
So right now, Caleb Hill running the show for the Griffins. Cruel is stripped again. And there's the layup and points, as that's Lathan Dumas.
You know what offense East Ascension's running now, Jeff? It's
pressure.
called defense.
Just pressure. And shot from Tyson Norris, and he scores.
Norris, nice job of not driving all the way in there, going up there and making that short jumper.
22-13, East Ascension. And there's a shot from Clark, and it's good from about 15 feet. 24-13.
And 15 feet hasn't been a part of any offensive shots tonight.
And there's Dukes with a three, and he's off. Rebound Neighbors, puts it on the floor, but he scores. 24-15.
I don't know how Neighbors got the shot off. and I'm not sure how it went in, but I know one thing, it counts.
And we're going to get a foul on Dukes. Makes contact on the pass. And so we're going to see Lathan Webster come in, and Neighbors will have a seat. And we see Talika Servin checking out.
And Fontenot in.
Fontenot has it. And this is Dumas. Excuse me, that's Palmer. Fontenot drives, puts it up, and it's off the glass, no good. Here comes Dutchtown running. Caleb Hill stops, shoots, scores.
Beautiful, beautiful.
24-17.
And that was Caleb Hill right there with the left hand, if I look like to me, Jeff, with a nice little 5-foot banker.
And the layup is good by Clark, as East Ascension's had a little luck with this smaller lineup and more suffocating defense, as they put up a kind of a run here since Napoleon checked out. And there's more points. Now Dutchtown getting points in the paint consistently.
Well, Paints, and I'm going to tell you, number 2 right there, Norris, he's not afraid to take that thing from about 30 feet out and bring it straight to the goal.
So they're kind of taking advantage of losing Napoleon. But now Clark has it, and more contact by Dukes. And I think we're going to get a foul on Dukes. Dukes is going to have to possibly sit. They're going to keep him in for right now. And here comes the big man again. So Napoleon checks in. I guess they've seen too many points in the paint. And now Palmer has it. And they're going to get it down low to the big man, but it's stolen. And there's Dukes again. And here comes Norris running. Decides not to go in the lane with the big man. Now he goes into the paint, and that's blocked by the big man, and here comes East Ascension. And points for Dumas. You don't want to do that on Napoleon, Coach.
Defensive points right there from one end to the other.
And now he drives, tripped from behind, and that'll be Dumas with the foul. Don't have a bonus situation yet. We're on the scoreboard that we see doesn't list the number of fouls, so we'll let you know when they get to the bonus. Hill throws it in inside, and it's blocked by Napoleon again. And he's made a difference just coming in this last minute.
Well, Norris thought he avoided one, but he didn't see Napoleon.
And now Dumas to Fontenot. And that's to Darren Irvin, loses it. And a whistle, and it's going to be Griffin possession. Are they calling the foul? Yes. So they're going to call the foul, I believe, on 15. Palmer.
A lot of times on that loose ball, you have a lot of diving for the ball, and sometimes you'll dive and end up on top of an opponent.
28-19, and Hill shoots, but he's short, and we're going to get a foul from behind. As you see, Joshua Lewis.
24 on 24 there, Coach.
Yep. And you mentioned Lewis as we saw him in the JV game. The guy has got a very athletic body, and he's just a sophomore. He's trying to answer Napoleon right now at 6'3". And now the drive for East Ascension and contact. And they're going to call continuation and the points. And I think just as soon as he came in, Lewis is going to commit his second foul. And so that gives a double-digit lead to the Spartans. It's 30-19 as the shot counts, as they give Lathan Dumas continuation. And with 3:15, the free throw is good, and it's 31-19. 12-point lead for East Ascension. And the run for East Ascension right here, again, happens when Napoleon gets on the court. And it's stripped again. And the layup is good, and more points for Lathan Dumas.
Dumas, nice hustle right there on a steal and going the distance for the easy layup.
Dumas with nice minutes and points off the bench. As they kick it out, they don't want anything to do with Napoleon right now. Duke shoots long, rebound, and he's stripped. No whistle, it's Dutchtown possession. There's 2:34 and a couple of subs come in. Corey Boudreau comes in, and TJ Winsey. And East Ascension, they just come at you in waves. They got man after man coming off that bench, Coach.
Well, Coach Troy Green has got them believing in what he wants to happen out here.
Yeah.
And I could just tell you, shooting's going to happen. Kids shoot all the time. Playing defense has to be an attitude.
Terrio missed the shot. He came in on that change of possession, and he missed the earlier shot. The ball goes out of bounds off of East Ascension. And so with 2:14, that Dutchtown will get the ball. This is Caleb Hill. Interestingly, gone this far with no timeouts being called on either side as Duke shoots a three. Good! And it's 33-22.
And Duke's is usually good for some of those in each game.
Much higher point total so far compared to the earlier game that they played, 45-42. And we have a whistle, and it's going to be Griffin ball. They call it a charge, I believe.
Not real certain. I think you have to have possession.
Not sure. So Dutchtown trying to cut into the double-digit lead. This is Hill. He'll shoot a three, and it's good. Dutchtown answering with the threes now that the big man is in the paint. 33-25. And now there's Dumas running the show for EA. And a shot from Winsey, no good. And it looks like Napoleon's hurt. Actually, that's Martinez. Excuse me. Martinez had come in, and he just looks sore right now.
Well, Martinez had it looked like a little ankle situation in the JV game.
And Duke shoots. Good. And Dutchtown makes a run, and it's 33-27.
Duke's coming in with big pointers right there.
So Martinez came in to replace Napoleon, and Dutchtown's made a run since Napoleon came out. It looks like Napoleon's a catalyst, especially on defense. As there's a third foul. No doubt about it, Lewis came in on Martinez and made a lot of contact.
Well, I think what Lewis needs to do is when that pass is thrown to him, Jeff, he needs to step towards it right there, because if I put just an arm behind you around and knock it away, he could easily get that ball, whether it be a high ball or just something that is thrown to him directly.
He's replaced by Neighbors. Neighbors gets the rebound. 22 seconds. Dutchtown could get it to three right here with a three-pointer. This is Duke's. And lots of contact and pressure. And 10 seconds. Terrio pass intercepted. And that's Winsey, and they're going to get a carry right here, I think. Oh, they called a foul? Did they call the foul? Yes.
Well, you had the trail official here.
Terrio.
Yeah, called the foul, the trail official right there on the play.
Both teams are in the bonus now.
And as you see, 5 seconds or less than 6 seconds left in the second quarter or first half.
So this is Tyrone T.J. Winsey. Great shot by Nolan on the other side. He doesn't have to go from coast to coast tonight. Shot missed. Rebound. Neighbors. And Cruel shoots. Short. And it's put up by Carrio.
Ought to be good.
Is it good? No. Waves it off. Says it was after the buzzer. So we're going to go to halftime. 33-27. Are we able to see the replay with a clock? Not sure if we have that, but we're going to try and see. As it was close. But Coach, you see Coach Hill talking it over with the official. We don't have the clock right there. So, but Coach Hill and the officials are talking it over, and Coach Hill's just laughing it off. So I guess he's conceded that he got it after the buzzer. So it's 33-27. Dutchtown keeps it close after an EA run. We'll take a break and we'll talk about more basketball and soccer and lots of things, Coach. You are watching the Rev Game of the Week.
Time doesn't stop, and the world keeps spinning. Community, culture, and communications, the powerful circle that connects us together. We're creating the next evolution, a network built for every possibility, moving faster than ever before, streaming us forward into the future. And the revolution is closer than you think. RTC, ETEL, and Vision are now Rev. New name, same company.
BT Chapman and AJ Pickett with Advantage Therapy are honored and excited to team up with Dutchtown High School's athletics. At Advantage Therapy, we are dedicated to helping our patients regain the highest possible functional status through one-on-one patient care. Advantage Therapy has spent nearly 2 decades providing both outpatient orthopedic physical therapy and occupational therapy to the people of Ascension and surrounding parishes. From all of us at Advantage Therapy, go Griffins! Get to know SEC Heating and Cooling this year. Locally owned and operated by Stephen Conyer since 2013, SEC Heating and Cooling works with residential and commercial customers in Ascension, East Baton Rouge, Livingston, and surrounding parishes. SEC specializes in preventive maintenance, repair, and complete changeout and installation of energy-efficient central air systems. From professional sales and expert installation of central AC systems to repairs and ductless AC systems, we can handle all your needs. For total peace of mind, call SEC today. Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
Hi, we are live with the PPTV network, where one of the top athletes is about to make his important decision. We know his character, and nothing will hold him back.
I'm glad to have my family and friends here for this choice. It's more than my career. It will affect the rest of my life. I choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
The decision is in. Why choose Peak?
Their reputation and their record of success is unmatched.
When it matters most, another patient chooses Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
For your car. The Ross Downing Buick GMC Buying Center wants to buy your car. It's fast, easy, and fair. No matter what make, no matter what model, no matter what mileage. The Ross Downing Buick GMC Buying Center wants it. And we'll pay you cash for it, even if you don't buy from us. It's the Ross Downing Buick GMC Buying Center in Gonzales. Cash for your car at the Ross Downing Buick GMC Buying Center in Gonzales.
No one teaches you what to do immediately after an accident. Once everyone is safe, your first call should be to an attorney, not the insurance company.
Don't let the insurance company take advantage of you at your time of need. Call the Title Law Firm. We'll walk you through what you need to do in real time.
But you can take advantage of the Title Law Firm's 30 years of experience.
Before you call your insurance, make a free, no-obligation call to the Title Law Firm.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call. You gotta
Welcome back to the Rev Game of the Week. Jeff Porsche, David Swacker with you. Halftime, East Ascension with a 33-27 lead over Dutchtown. We're getting to the second half in about 4 minutes. I want to talk about soccer first because if you weren't with us last night, we had one heck of a game, a incredible match between Dutchtown and Santa Maria. We'll get to that in just a second. But in the by-district round, that was last week, Santa Maria defeated Bonneville 1-0. Dutchtown beat Zachary 3-1, and that set up that game that I'll talk about next. But on the girls' side, both Santa Maria and Dutchtown won. As Santa Maria beat Denham in a rematch, a game they lost previously 2-0, and then Dutchtown beat Slidell 5-0. And then you got to the games last night and earlier this week in the second round, the regionals, and you had a dramatic overtime win by Dutchtown over Santa Maria, 1-0 on Thursday night. And so Santa Maria was eliminated, but Santa Maria's the only team eliminated. And the only reason they were eliminated is because they played Dutchtown. Let's look at the girls' side. Santa Maria beat Byrd 20-4 in the seedings right there on Tuesday night, 4-3. And then last night, during the boys' game over at Dutchtown, the girls played, and Dutchtown beat Mandeville 3-0. And so that sets up the quarterfinals. 3 teams still alive at Ascension Parish. They're all playing on the road, though, as 9 is playing, 1 on the road. In the quarterfinals, the higher seed always gets the home games according to the new LHSAA rules. So Dutchtown plays at Catholic. Dutchtown's girls play at Captain Shreve, and then you have Santa Maria versus Dominican. And so that's what you have in soccer. So all 3 teams are going to be playing on the road next week. And so we won't be covering any of the girls' soccer, but if you look at the upcoming Rev schedule, we are going to have basketball next week and put some potential playoff matchups as well on the girls' side as the girls' brackets come out on Monday, and then we'll figure out where we're going to go for a potential home girls basketball game. You could have a Santa Maria game. You could have a Dutchtown game. We'll have to find out, and we'll let you know later. But what we do know is on Tuesday night, it's going to be boys basketball, Santa Maria at EA, so we'll be back in Spartan Gym for that one. And then Thursday, most likely, we could be at Dutchtown. We could be at Santa Maria. We'll figure that out for a girls' playoff game. And then the following week, on Friday, the boys will play their first-round games. Santa Maria likely to get a home game, and probably there's a chance that East Ascension, if they continue their run through district, they could get a home playoff game. So we'll just have to see. But those games will be aired live streaming on YouTube, Rev Sports 1, and going to be replayed on Rev 4. And so we have a really dramatic moment here, I guess, as somebody's going to make a three-pointer at some point. But we're getting to the end of halftime, and I think they're going to have to extend the half because neither team has gotten on the court yet, as you still see all these crazy shots going on. I don't know what's happening. I didn't hear the rules of the game, as that would have hit us in the face. All right. They're going to have to get off the court as a granny shot, way short. And so let's see if they're going to give them some warm-up time or not. Coach, you're about the only person that didn't shoot right there, I think.
I tell you what, if I'd have got out there, so I think somebody from East Ascension would have stole the ball from me.
Yeah, possibly. But we're just going to go to the second half, and we're going to talk about some of the power rankings on the boys and the girls sides in basketball later on tonight. If we ever get a timeout, well, the nice thing, though, is both teams still have their full allotment of timeouts. So if this does become a timeout derby like we had in the game last week, we'll have a lot to talk about.
You need to wait till that last minute or two of the game.
Right. And so now we begin the third quarter, 33-27, East Ascension They have possession to start the second half. And there's a pass at the free throw line. Now driving to Darius Walker, and it's blocked, and it's taken by Caleb Hill. Good defense by Webster. Now here's Hill shooting the three, and it's long. And that's Napoleon with the rebound. He got hit in the mouth. Accidental. Looks like he's okay. Maybe he got hit in the nose.
Still in the zone defense. Coach Hill, long ways out.
Long NBA three, and it's an air ball.
I thought I was fixing to have to get a rebound right there, Jeff.
I was ready.
I was protecting you right there, buddy.
Well, the big man's got to get all the boards. And then I'll just run the show. So here's Norris. We're about a minute in, and nobody has scored in this third quarter. And Matthew Thomas is trying to change that. Goes up and scores.
Oh,
and
nice job right there.
It's a 4-point game, Coach.
Thomas right there just fought that shot. Pushed it through Napoleon right there for an easy layup.
This is Walker. Trying his left side. No look pass down low. And that's Darren Irvin misses. Contact, no whistle. Irvin gets it back. That's Darren again, gets it to Talikas. He'll shoot, and it's long, and the rebound. Gary Dukes saves it. Matthew Thomas has it.
Yeah, good job right there by Webster on the block out. Getting the big man Napoleon out of there.
And now here's Norris. Caleb Hill now shoots. Three, good, and it's a 1-point game. I believe this is a 12-point turnaround, as I believe EA got it up to a 13-point lead midway through the second quarter. Now it's 33-32. We've got ourselves a ball game, Coach.
Nice district game right here, right in the slap middle of district time.
Talikas over to Nadarius Walker. And here's Tanner Irvin, and that's points.
Irvin, nice little 10-foot jumper there. You don't get a whole lot of these. We got layups
and
a three-pointers.
In and out. Rebound, Dukes. Dukes keeps that ball alive a lot.
Well, he's physical underneath that goal.
And there's a shot blocked by Talikas Irvin. Now Tanner Irvin has it. Contact with Norris. They play on. Now Walker, left side. Irvin right, NBA three again, and it's long. And a fight for the rebound. Napoleon got out position, and he's going to commit the foul.
Well, you get that blocking out right there. They're doing an outstanding job right there. I'm not liking where I'm seeing Napoleon right now along that free throw line going left and right. I'd like to see him under the goal a little bit more, getting where if he gets it up top now, sure, you could surely pass it out. But I would like to see him shooting around that goal a little bit more often.
Here's Cruel. Hasn't done much here tonight, been kind of silent. See if he can change that. Gets it out, and now they kick it out to Thomas for three. No good, way short.
Pat Hill's got to be not happy with the results, but happy with the movement of the ball.
They're getting open looks at the threes, and the Darius Walker will go to the line, and it looks like Webster's going to be called for the foul. So that's a three-point game. Darius Walker will try to extend it to 5. 4:27 left to go in this third quarter. First one, no good. So there you see the student section, East Ascension. And no good. And it goes out, and Swack with the rebound.
No rebound.
No, he got no.
I'm just telling you, that's a turnover on me.
I'm glad you're not a goalie.
I had a lot of practice when Lyle was next to me. Had to protect him. I just might need to change teams.
You're on the right team, Coach. Here's Matthew Thomas, contact. And I think Walker is going to be called for the foul. And he is.
Well, both teams are really playing hard out here.
Dutchtown could still tie it with a 3, and they're getting good looks right now with this inside-outside game that they have going. Nearly stripped. And now Norris, a hard pass, and he can't hold on to it. A little too hot for Webster. Here comes East Ascension. Talikis over to Tanner. All 3 Urbans on the court right now. There's Darren, and makes the move and hits the floor. No good. No whistle. And Thomas shoots, whistle, and he'll go to the line as Darius Walker commits the foul.
And Coach Green is saying, I think he walks the half court just chatting with the official. Did we not get a foul down here?
It's definitely physical right now. And EA likes to be physical. They got a big team, big athletic team. But Dutchtown's matching them right now.
Well,
They're
you know, when you're
man
to man, that's the route to go.
Free throw's good. It's a 2-point game. And now Hill and Neighbors come in. Norris and
Hotel
Webster come out.
Compliments those 2 kids coming out. Outstanding job, guys.
1-point game again. 35-34. It looked like East Ascension was going to have an easy night halfway through the second quarter, but Dutchtown has fought all the way back to a 1-point game. And there's Talikis Irvin, no good. Rebound, Dutchtown. They can take the lead right here. Darren Irvin fighting for the ball, cannot get it, and now here is Matthew Thomas. 3 minutes left to go in the third. Pick set by Neighbors, drive, strip. Here comes numbers for East Ascension. Talikis stripped. He's got it again, and he fouled, and he'll go to the line. Caleb Hill commits the foul.
A lot of fast action, Jeff.
Yep.
And boy, you got to be hustling if you're a player, and also the officials doing a pretty good job here tonight on both ends of the floor.
So Talikis Irvin, and it's good. 36-34. Dutchtown just can't make that leap all the way back to the lead. And now it's 37-34.
And boy, the quarters are going fast.
There's no timeouts are being called. I think they're trying to set a land speed record here. Here's Thomas, guarded by Walker. Goes inside. And now the drive by Hill, kicks it out. Krull's got a look at a 3, short. Rebound, Napoleon, and East Ascension's running. And off balance, no good, kind of out of control. Here comes Dutchtown. Hill, bounce pass to Neighbors, loses it.
And when you say out of control, way out of control, try to go through like 3 Dutchtown defenders right there to get to the goal.
Terrio is going to come in, and Krull is going to come out. Now some subs coming in for East Ascension, Dwayne Franklin and Chad Clark. You're going to see Napoleon come out, and you're going to see Darren Irvin come out. Still a 3-point game. This is what it's been for a few minutes here. And that 1 to 3 point range in favor of the Spartans. Walker. Talikis stops, shoots. No good. Rebound. It goes off of Thomas, and a good job. Good awareness right there by Franklin.
And good hustle right there by Dwayne.
And now, here comes Trenton Palmer. And Tanner Irvin checks out. 3, good, and it's Trenton Palmer.
Palmer just took that thing in a matter of seconds, had that thing rolling to that goal. Good for a three-pointer.
6-point lead. Gary Dukes goes in the lane and can't make a shot, and there's going to be a foul called on Neighbors as he's wrestling for the ball. Unsuccessfully, obviously. 90 seconds left to go in this third quarter, and just flying through this game, Coach. I wonder if this is going to be one where the fourth quarter is just going to be one of those situations that we saw last time when Dutchtown was down.
Well, we
got all the fouls and the
I don't think we're close to a 1-and-1 situation.
No, definitely not. Action's been too fast. Palmer. Left side. Now Talikas double teamed. And a travel. Good job by Terrio on the defense for the Griffins. And it's 40-34. And now here comes Thomas, puts it up, no good, rebound, Thomas loses it, it's saved. And that's Dukes, kicks it out, and now a three from Terrio, no good. Rebound, Chad Clark. And now the drive and points for Talikas Irvin.
Well, Irvin right here did a great job of avoiding contact, possible player control foul, and getting there and making that layup.
8-point lead. Hill stops, gets it to Terrio. Now it's Hill again. 30 seconds in this third quarter. East Ascension beginning to put some distance again between them and the Griffins. Hill, open lanes, bounce pass, down low, shot, scores. And that is Christopher Jones, number 23, who came in. 6-point game, three, good! Look at Talikas Irvin. And the 0 on the clock, the shot is no good.
Irvin was almost on Burnside when he shot that.
Pretty much. 45-36, East Ascension with the lead after three. We'll take a break. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Ascension Equipment, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, Gaucher and Amadei, Our Lady of the Lake Health, Piku Builder Supplies, Ross Downing Chevrolet, Walk-Ons, Austin Fire Systems, Eustace Mortgage, SKR Construction, for their support of our EA Sports Medicine Program.
Fourth quarter about to begin. 9-point lead, East Ascension. Jeff Porsche, David Swacker with you. Let's look at the power rankings and why it's important for East Ascension to win tonight. They're at 18. They were in the mid-20s for a long time. Then that win over Denham Springs, you see them at number 13, moved them up. So that's why it's important to them. Dutchtown at 27. They're okay right now. And then look at the top. As you see, Santa Maria with 11, Walker at 5, and then the top teams, North Iberia, having an incredible season.
And next week being the last week of the season, with the season ending on Friday night.
Yep.
And you have some games coming up, Santa Maria and East Ascension, which will be on Valentine's Day next Tuesday. And that's going to be interesting to see, because that right there, I believe, is going to be able to move some people up and down. It's going to be pretty close to seeing what happens when you're right at that division mark.
And that game is going to be really important for both sides, as I believe a technical has been called to start this fourth quarter. Don't know what that was about. Matthew Thomas misses. But that game on Tuesday night is going to be on Rev, East Ascension, Santa Maria, and that's big for both teams, because East Ascension fighting for a home game in that top 16, and Santa Maria trying to get back in that top 8. They're at 11 right now.
And so this is just my understanding of this technical. It's a 2-shot foul. I think that will go as a team foul. It will go also as a player foul if it was on a player. And the big thing is I don't think Dutchtown will well, East Ascension has the ball.
No, that's Dutchtown.
On a jump ball situation.
Oh, yes, okay, you're right.
So I think it remains just like it is, so East Ascension doesn't lose that jump ball situation.
We will find out. There's a three, no good. Missed left.
Boy, the shot that Irving made.
That could be a difference maker. And that was an NBA three. He's been taking a lot of NBA threes. That was the first one he made of that variety, of about the 26-footers. He thought about it again, I think, but double teamed. And pass down low. Clark scores. And it's a 10-point game again. And East Ascension pulling away.
Nice catch by Clark. I'm going to tell you, that had some zip on it and doing a good job of getting it in there.
You hate that they missed those free throws to start the quarter on the technical.
Could have been a little momentum swing right there. There's no doubt. Foul on 15. And that's Trenton Palmer.
Kroll comes in. Nearly stolen by Palmer. Hill gets it to Dukes, shoots, and he scores.
And Dukes was right over there by that official. It looks like he might have even stepped out of bounds, but he didn't see it, but he made the easy jumper there.
And Dukes on the floor commits the foul. One thing I want to point out is that depth again, because the type of ball, the brand of basketball that EA plays is that tough defense and suffocating and running. They're playing about 11 guys consistently right here, and that's what you need if you're gonna be that type of team, physical.
And not a whole lot of change
right
in what's happened offensively and defensively. Don't like that dribble.
That block by Chris Jones goes off of Jones.
Yeah, what Coach Green says, don't put the ball on the floor. You go straight back up and probably got a layup.
On the Dutchtown side, we've seen about 8-9 players. They don't have the depth that East Ascension has, or the height. Size, I guess you could say. Inside shot, and it's good. Gets the fortunate bounce, and that is Derain Franklin, and it's 49-39. Now Hill drives, stops, shoots, fouled, and I think that's Franklin. It is.
You know, you're seeing a lot of good fundamental things, you know, on the shot making by both teams with fakes, passing off.
As Hill goes to the line, no good. Dutchtown not making their free throws. Napoleon checks in. So I guess the lane will now be closed. And Franklin checks out. Second shot good.
And, you know, the one thing that we haven't seen, Jeff, by either team here is some type of press. And for Dutchtown, it may be coming pretty quick.
Yeah, it's a shot coming, missed by Clark. Asks for a foul, doesn't get it. Hill kicks it out to Kroll. He's got the three, short. Off of East Ascension. I thought that went off of Jones for a moment. They're going to say Dutchtown ball. It got as close as 1 point in the third quarter. Now it's comfortably back to 9 for the Spartans. And the drive. Kroll for three. Still can't make his shot here. Rebound, Walker. And a nice pass inside. And that's going to be goaltending, I believe, as he held on to that rim too long.
There you go. You know, you were making the rim vibrate while it was on the cylinder. You know, as a referee, these guys right here, they may never get to call that again the rest of their career.
Right.
It's amazing we've had that twice tonight.
He's missed 2 slams. He's still having a very nice night. That's Dukes. Thought about the 3. And that's Terrio, no good. And that rim is awful tight right now on the Dutchtown side. They can't get anything to fall from the distance. Shot, blocked. Napoleon gets it. Dutchtown just doesn't have the touch right now. They've had good looks outside, but they can't score. Now Dukes, as Dutchtown steals it. Nice spin move and points.
Wow. Duke's outstanding job right there on the spin and getting to the goal.
But the answer, Chad Clark with the slam.
Clark says, we're not going to have any goaltending on this one.
51-42. So just as Dutchtown feels like they get momentum, EA answers, and there's more for Dutchtown. Hill gets it back to 7. 51-44. Trying to fight back. Do they have one more rally in them? As we're halfway through the 4th. Walker, they're just taking their time, milking the clock a little bit. Kalikis. He'll drive into the paint and the contact, and Caleb Hill commits the foul. Still no bonus situation, I believe. So now Norris and Krull check in, and Terrio and Hill check out. They need to find that hot shooter right now. They still haven't found that in this 4th quarter, as the long shot 3, no good for Kalikis, and Krull gets the board. Can cut it to 6 or 5, or make 5 or 4, excuse me. This is Dukes, shoots, and long rebound. Norris kicks it out to Krull. 3, and then out, and Dutchtown possession. Just can't hit a 3, man. Dutchtown's had lots of opportunities to get close. Just can't take advantage. Dukes, nice dribble, shoots, little hot, and rebound goes to Walker. Heel drive, kicks it out. 3, Palmer. Ooh, in and out there. Somebody put a lid on both the rims, Coach.
Well, Palmer made one similar to that from that side earlier in the game. And that one went halfway down and came back out.
It's lost, and Kalikis has it. Contact, no foul. Drive, shoots, no good. Rebound, Webster. And now this is Norris, and a whistle, timeout. Oh, we have a timeout with 2:37 left to go in this game, and our score 51-44. And so this is a full timeout.
Watch out for the press.
And so since we talked about the boys' power rankings a while ago, let's talk about the girls' power rankings. As we mentioned, Dutchtown with a big win over East Ascension tonight. They're fighting for a home playoff game and a top 16 seed. Right now they're at 17. And at last we heard the 16 seed, which is Sulphur, is losing. So there's a possibility with a Dutchtown win and a Sulphur loss that they could flip-flop. Of course, a lot of other scenarios could take place as well, but it's very fortunate for Dutchtown that they won tonight. East Ascension, they're still fighting for that playoff spot. They're in right now. We'll have to look tomorrow at the unofficial power ratings and see where they are. Walker is just dominating district right now and dominating the state with a number 1 seed, a number 1 power ranking. Denham Springs all the way up to 5. Santa Maria number 9. If they can get to 8, they could potentially host 2 playoff games. Coach.
And had a good game earlier this week. I think about a 5-point loss to Walker.
Yep.
And this will be the end of the season or the regular season for the girls, and the boys, the end of the season will be next Friday.
Right, and we plan on covering a girls' playoff game as it's stolen, and here comes Palmer, and Norris goes down hard, and I think he's hurt.
Well, it looks like he landed on that left arm.
Yeah.
Larry Gainey, the trainer, is out there quick.
He came in hard and then was really off balance. We'll take a break right now and come back. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Ascension Equipment, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, Gaucher and Amadei, Our Lady of the Lake Health, Piku Builder Supplies, Ross Downing Chevrolet, Walk-Ons, Austin Fire Systems, Eustis Mortgage, SKR Construction, for their support of our EA Sports Medicine program.
We're back, and they're still looking at Tyson Norris. You can see him underneath the bench on the far side as you see the contact on the hard foul, and he came down very awkwardly.
Well, he came down from a pretty high height, and you can see Coach Gainey's checking him out.
And Coach Hill, and I'm sure that's a concerned family member as well, as he gets up. While he goes away, and glad to see him back on his feet, although he looks like he may not come back and play this evening, as he can't put any weight on that left leg.
Well, you know, the way he hit, it might just be where he just landed on that knee on the floor, and that doesn't feel...
He's starting to make put some weight on it now. He's looking a little better, but not. He's gonna sit for a while. May not see him for the rest of the night, but he's such a competitor and a hard player. And as you said, next week is the final week for the boys. Tonight is the final night for the girls. Next week for the Game of the Week, at the end of the week, we are going to host a girls' playoff game somewhere at Santa Ma or Dutchtown, most likely. And of course, Tuesday night, our game of the week is going to be East Ascension Santa Ma on the boys' side. And that game means a lot for playoff pairings, as the first free throw is good, and it's an 8-point game.
You know, this game is just about an hour and 15 minutes long. Very quick.
It's a 9-point game. And there's Hill driving, doesn't want any part of Napoleon. And now he hits the three, no good. Rebound Clark. Dutchtown just having a bad night from the perimeter. Hill gets it to Dukes, misses, rebound. Webster gets it back. And now we're going to have a timeout. So this is where all the timeouts are going to come, Coach.
This is the strategy for basketball coaches. Save them to the end if you possibly can. And get your strategy. Sometimes you're switching offensive players and defensive players in this timeout. Sometimes you're talking about who to foul. Who do you want to shoot free throws?
The Dutchtown institution. Coach Hill, he's been there from the start. And he's seen it all, and he's done it all, and he's trying to get his team back. Facing a bigger, deeper, more physical East Ascension team, but his team is fighting, and they're down by 7. And you want to talk about Coach Green. He's done a great job this year. The record, you might look at a record and it's like, oh, they're only a couple of games over 500. That's not that great. But they are coming on, Coach, as they won their first 2 district games, trying to win a third here tonight.
Still coaching what he wants to get done.
Full court press. This is the strategy we saw in the Santa Ma game late. And so here come the fouls. And they're going to do what they can to put East Ascension on the line and make them beat them on the line. This was the strategy against Santa Ma, Coach. But the thing is, Santa Ma hit their free throws all night. and Dutchtown couldn't mount a comeback.
Little pressure right here.
Napoleon with it. Obviously, Walker's going to have the ball, and we'll see what kind of free throw shooter he is.
And, you know, Coach Green is putting in number 11, which is Lathan Dumas. And you say, is he in because he's a shooter? Is he
he's another
free
ball
throws?
handler.
Yeah. Ball handler?
He's another ball handler, and Dutchtown's going to go full court. And one of their big guys, Clark, checks out. First free throw, no good. So the strategy works the first time. Here's Dukes to Hill. And remember, Norris is hurt, so he's out. He's going to shoot a three. Good! And it's a 4-point game.
Boy, good over Napoleon. And his outstretched arms, I can promise you. And who was the shooter on that, Jeff?
Oh, that was Hill.
Hill could not have even seen the ball go in with Napoleon going up to block it.
And so it's a 4-point game. The closest Dutchtown has been since the early first quarter has been 1 point. They got it down to 1 in the third, but Dutchtown fell behind again by 9-10 in the fourth quarter. But now they're making the comeback, and it's 4. You see Coach Green right there. He's calling the shots, and he's going to make sure that his Spartans know what to do and what's probably going to happen. He's going to see the full court press, and he's going to go to the line.
Well, yeah, and it's all, you know, it's basketball in the last minute or two. No matter what level you're at, it's all about shooting free throws and making free throws.
And this is the difference between the East Ascension game and the Santa Maria game, as East Ascension missed the front end and Dutchtown answered with the three. They couldn't do that in that Santa Maria game as Coach Uzzi's team came through with the victory. And now here's the full court press, and they break that very easily. That's why you bring that guy in, Dumas. And now it looks like they're going to put Talikis on the line. And so Terrio comes out. Thomas comes in. 121, 4-point game. No good. Rebound. Dutchtown.
Good job of battling right there.
And here's Hill. He hit the three earlier. This is Dukes. Shoots. Good, and it's a 2-point game. And the timeout again.
Dukes comes in the pressure situation.
So East Ascension missing the free throws, and Dutchtown now all of a sudden has got the touch and maybe some confidence. And it's a 53-51 game with about a minute left to go. And again, let's remind you what's going to happen next week, our game of the week on Valentine's night. We will be back here at Spartan Gym. East Ascension at versus Santa Maria here at East Ascension. Then on Thursday, girls playoff action either at the Gold Dome or at Griffin Gym. We will have to find out. We'll let you know when we do. And they get it to Napoleon, and the big guys usually can't hit free throws.
Well, they usually can't, but I think he's been successful tonight. It's going to be interesting to see, and I think, did they just give him the signal? It's 2 shots, a double bonus?
Yeah, I think it's a double bonus now. Since the foul strategy has begun, they haven't made a free throw. And he misses the free throw, and it's a rebound to Dutchtown.
Well, it's not a double bonus.
It wasn't a double bonus. Dutchtown can take the lead. This is Hill. Drives inside. Napoleon is outside. misses the shot and fouls Dumas. As they had Napoleon out of the lane.
Perfect situation, Jeff.
Yeah.
The big man was over there guarding somebody standing in the corner. And look, he's talking to Coach Green right now. What do you want me to do in that situation?
Get in the paint. You got to tell him that.
Knock everything that's knock it away if it's comes into that lane, but you can't do it from out there in the corner.
Dumas will shoot. He's shooting 2, and they still haven't made one since the strategy. A little bit nervous now. And there it is. 54-51. Dutchtown can still tie it here with a 3. 40 seconds. Pressure. Hill gets across. And there's, he passes on it. Cruel passes on it. Now Dukes will shoot it. No good. Offensive rebound. Up and in. And it's down to 1, and he's going to the line.
Duke started it with a nice little jumper there, three-pointer, I believe. Didn't quite go in. Rolled around that rim, got the rebound, 21. Webster, and rolled that thing in, got fouled.
I can't handle another night of this, Coach. Had a soccer last night. Free throw, no good. Rebound, East Ascension, and there's a guy down court, and he holds it. Tanner Irvin, he had the baseline and points, but he decides to go to the line.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with anything he did, because either you're going to go to the line and you're going to get fouled on that drive.
Right.
So basically, I know you could have made it, but basically you get 2 shots right here.
So Dutchtown got it back to 1. They got it back to 1 in the third quarter.
And Coach Green is looking.
Tanner Irvin misses. If Dutchtown can get a rebound or they make a second shot, it'll be a 2-point game. If they make the shot, it'll be a 2-point game. If they miss and Dutchtown gets the rebound, it'll be a 1-point game.
Well, who did we get with the timeout here?
I think this will likely be East Ascension's timeout, as they want to talk about what the strategy with the free throw and the defense after the free throw. And I'm sure that Coach Green is saying, when you make that free throw, we're going to do this, because you want to build that confidence. But if you're Dutchtown, there's only one bad scenario right here, and that's a miss and an offensive rebound. So, Coach Hill was saying, don't let them get the board. Do whatever you have to box Napoleon out.
And make sure, I'm not going to say make sure you're not fouling, because I'm sure that's not even in the vocabulary in the huddle. Block him out.
Do whatever you got to do to get that rebound if he misses, because that's the only way that they don't put themselves in a position to win this game on one final possession.
Oh, some great basketball in Ascension Parish.
Absolutely. Drama. It looked like East Ascension was comfortably ahead.
As the referee says, 1 shot right here.
He missed the first. Tanner Irvin makes the second. It's a 2-point game. Dutchtown can tie it or win it. Gets it into Hill, 15.
Man to man.
10. He's dribbling around, gets to Dukes, passes on the 3, shoots, misses, rebound, Dutchtown on the floor. No time on the clock. What are they going to say? The officials are telling everybody stay off the court. And there's going to be an explanation.
Well, did you hear the horn for the end of the game?
No, I did not. I think they're going to call a jump ball. Whose possession is it?
Well, they're getting all the officials are involved.
What are we going to get?
And if we're getting, I don't know the way Coach Green's
reacting. It looks like Dutchtown possession.
Or Dutchtown shooting.
I think it's going to be a throw in under the basket with 1 second left.
There's no doubt.
So they got to throw it and shoot it in one motion.
You know, with a little bit of chaos right here, Coach Green's doing a good job of calling timeout to get everybody situated.
So you're going to get the throw in and a quick shot in basically one fluid motion. What are you doing here, Coach? You're going to go man on everybody?
There's no doubt. You've been man the entire game, and you cannot go zone right here and lose contact with somebody.
But what you risk is if you do that tight man, you could risk contact and a foul, and you could potentially wind up with a three-point play and a loss. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be right underneath the basket.
1 second is not a lot of time. I just know that.
Yeah, it's going to have to be get it and shoot.
You're going to have the lead official out here. That's
a smart move. Napoleon's going to go underneath and
good
guard the pass.
You can't slap it out of his hand. That's a technical.
So getting ready to throw it in, looking, bounce inside, shoots, and it's short. And East Ascension wins. Gary Dukes had a look, but it hit the bottom of the rim. And East Ascension wins and moves to 3-0 in district with a dramatic 55-53 win. And look, they were that close. They had a 2-footer from inside the lane.
And I could understand exactly what Dukes was doing. I got to get this thing up. This is 1 second.
Yep.
And look, I know exactly what he could be thinking is that, can this clock start a little early? You know, so he did everything that he possibly could to get that ball off, and it just kind of hit right underneath that rim, not giving it a chance to go in.
We'll take a break and wrap things up and catch our breath. Our final score, East Ascension 55, Dutchtown 53. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Ascension Equipment, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, Gaucher and Amadei, Our Lady of the Lake Health, Piku Builder Supplies, Ross Downing Chevrolet, Walk-Ons, Austin Fire Systems, Eustis Mortgage, SKR Construction, for their support of our EA Sports Medicine Program.
And the home side celebrating a win tonight. East Ascension 55, Dutchtown 53. As you see, the dance-off has begun. And East Ascension very happy tonight. Dutchtown lost, but you got to be happy that you were in a big hole late in the fourth quarter and you came back and got it to within 1 point and had the final shot to tie it.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I would say Coach Pat Hill, he's got, you know, it looks like he's on the short end of this stick almost on every game, but his kids fought to the very end. And look, they had to pick it up. When they got down double digits like you talked about, they had to pick it up, and they did. Excitement right there at the end, but we finally got us a 2-point win.
And we'll be back here on Tuesday night to get the other side of the Ascension Parish rivalry as Sandoval will play at East Ascension at Spartan Gym. That's going to be on Tuesday night, Valentine's night. Then later in the week, we'll get a girls' playoff game to be determined. That'll be live streamed on Rev Sports 1 on YouTube and played back on Rev Channel 4. Tonight, Dutchtown loses and falls to 14-15, 0-3 in district. East Ascension 16-13 and still undefeated, 3-0 in district, and a shot at a district title still alive, Coach.
You know, I just see it's still fun to be a high school student.
Yep. They're having a great time, and they're going to enjoy this, and they're hoping for another one on Tuesday night here at the gym against Santa Maria. So we're going to finish our broadcast here tonight. Our final score, East Ascension 55, Dutchtown 53. For Coach Slack and the entire crew, I'm Jeff Porsche. Thanks for watching. You have been watching the Rev Game of the Week.